Steve Gamache with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product video. This time we have a new custom maker for Chef Knives to Go, and this is Josh Dabney. This is his 52100 carbon Gyuto 245mm sample number 1. The core steel on this is 52100 carbon steel, and it is a mono steel blade. The heat treat rating he estimates about 62 on this. The construction, as I said, is mono steel, so the entire blade is made out of the same material. Josh does all his own work on these. It's not a forged blade, but it's made from stock and ground by him. He does a lot of attention to detail, and one of the first things you notice is this longitudinal finish on it that runs parallel to the spine. He said that he does grind them normally with belt sanders this way, perpendicular to the spine, but he does a finished hand sanding job that goes with the blade, and it's a neat touch, so it tells you the attention to detail that Josh is putting on these knives. It's an interesting finish. The weight on this knife is 7.4 ounces, so it's not super light, but the handle is made out of a bit heavier material as well. The blade length is 245, so slightly over 240, and the overall length is about 16 inches. The spine at the base is nice and thin at 2.6 and goes down and tapers down, and then from a very rounded spine you go to a more flat grind as he changes the profile towards the tip to a very thin grind at the tip. And the blade height on this, it's a pretty tall knife at 56.5 mm, and the handle is really nicely done by Josh. It is a stabilized curly walnut base part and the black micarta black paper micarta ferrule. Real nice fit and finish on this handle all the way through. The handle circumference is a little larger than a standard handle at 3.25. That, coupled with the width of the neck being a little bit bigger than kind of a lot of knives, makes this knife feel like it's not as tall as it is. So it's quite a tall knife, but in my hand at least, compared to, let's say, an Artifacts tall knife, which is about 55, this does not feel as tall, and I think that's the reason why. So if you don't really like super tall knives, this could change your mind a bit. If you've got larger hands, this should fit you very, very well. My hands are on the slightly smaller side of medium, and I can still comfortably use this, but it would definitely fit larger hands extremely well. Josh does a real nice job with the finish on this knife. Well rounded, finished choil neck area, as well as spine all the way down till you hit the grind here, and just a beautiful blade. The blade is thin at the edge for high performance, and it's got a real nice profile with a generous flat spot back here, tapering up into the tip where the belly of the knife occurs. Balance point on this knife is right there. The handle's a little heavier on this material-wise, so your balance point is right there, which is pretty darn close to a pinch grip, actually, so nicely done there. And out-of-the-box edge was decent. He uses DMT diamond plates. I went ahead and threw it on a 2-stone routine and finished it off on a Suhiro Rika 5K, and it's very, very sharp now. It was decent out of the box. I sharpened it up a little bit. The performance should be very good. Very thin behind the edge, 50-50 grinds all the way down. Beautifully done custom knife. So this is the Josh Dabney 52100 Gyuto 245mm sample number 1.